The internet has been on fire with Polaris killing Indian motorcycles. Well, that's not exactly what's happening. No, they're not dropping Indian, they're just selling it. And it's not the death of a legacy, it's kind of the start of a wild new chapter for the first American motorcycle. So we're gonna break down the facts of this bombshell deal, dig into why it's happening after 12 years of solid growth, and explore what it means for the future of Indian under this new private equity deal. All right, so let's get down to brass tacks. Polaris has officially announced that it's selling a majority stake in Indian motorcycle to a private equity firm called Carolwood LP. The whole deal should be wrapped up by the first quarter of 2026. And when the dust settles, Indian will operate as its own standalone company for the first time since 2011 when Polaris scooped it up. Now, Polaris isn't just walking away. They're holding on to a minority share of the company still, keeping a connection to the brand they helped revive over the last decade. More importantly, the entire operation is moving over as a single piece. Manufacturing plants in Spirit Lake, Iowa and Monticello, Minnesota are a part of the deal. So are roughly the 900 employees and all the important designers and engineers that come with them. And for customers, the global network of 600 dealers will carry on with uninterrupted sales and service. And there's a new sheriff in town. The new independent Indian motorcycle will be led by CEO Mike Kennedy, a 30-year industry vet who spent the last 2 decades at, you guessed it, Harley-Davidson. So this all leads to the big question, why would Polaris do this? After pouring so much time and money into Indian and turning it into a legitimate threat against Harley-Davidson, why sell now? The answer, as often as it is, comes down to business. So let's look at the numbers. Even with its legendary name, Indian motorcycle was a small piece of the pie for Polaris, making up only about 7% of the company's revenue. Now, even more telling, the brand just became profitable in 2023 after 12 long years under Polaris. With sales dipping in 2024 and 2025, as the whole industry faced headwinds, timing was right for a major strategic move. The sale lets Polaris sharpen its focus to the real money makers for them. Off-road vehicles like ATVs, side-by-sides, and snowmobiles. In fact, Polaris expects the sale to immediately juice up its earnings to $50 million. Now, from Indian's point of view, going solo means it no longer has to fight for scraps and resources inside a massive corporation. It can finally be more agile, make quicker decisions, and invest every dollar back into the company. This is where the new owners, Carolwood LP, comes in. While they haven't run a motorcycle company before, their entire game is taking divisions like this and really letting them fly on their own. So what does this mean for all of us riders? This is kind of where the road splits between huge opportunity and huge uncertainty. For current Indian owners, the message seems to be business as usual. With the same factories, people, and dealerships in place, things like warranty, parts, and service should still seem seamless throughout the transition. The real questions are all about the future. Brand loyalists like myself always get nervous about switching to a private equity firm or selling off the business, worrying about cost cutting, focusing on a short-term outlook versus a long-term legacy. So will the new company strip the awesome brand for parts, or will they add fuel to the fire? We shall see. Hiring a CEO like Mike Kennedy is such a good signal that they mean business. It points to a strategy that aims to turn up the heat on the brand rivalry between Indian and Harley. Now, at the same time, there are rumors and signs that Indian is kind of narrowing its focus on its cruiser heritage identity, with the future of its most unique and modern bike, the FTR, pretty much now in question. Now, ultimately, Indian's independence could be its greatest strength. It could unleash faster innovation and new models that finally break away from older engine tech. A focused, well-funded Indian could be an even more ferocious competitor to Harley-Davidson, Triumph, Royal Enfield, and more competition is always a good thing for all of us riders. So no, Polaris isn't killing Indian. It's setting it free in a strategic sale that gives Polaris a financial win and Indian a chance to ride its own destiny. It's definitely a pivotal moment, again, for the brand. The brand is free from its corporate parent, but now it has to prove that it can stand on its own 2 wheels. Now, of course, there's a lot of factors like the economy, but the next few years will definitely show whether Indian will ride into the sunset or go on to a new golden age. So I want to know what you guys think. Do you think this is a good move? Let me know your take in the comments below. And if you kind of like these quick updates on industry news, hit the subscribe button and we'll see what happens. Till next time, guys. See you on the next one.